Spending weeks running the numbers on a proposal that is guaranteed to save money, only to have it ignored by leadership, is a universal frustration. Every professional has been there. You build the perfect plan, and the whole thing grinds to a halt. Zhang Liu experienced this firsthand. He was a manager who engineered a system-wide optimization plan designed to fix his company's entire supply chain. His solution was mathematically elegant: bypass the internal bureaucracy and send market demand data directly to the end suppliers. By cutting out the middlemen, production could start as soon as a customer made a purchase. This streamlined communication meant the company could respond to market trends instantly. Simultaneously, it would drop standing inventory levels to near zero, eliminating the need for expensive warehouse space. Zhang submitted the proposal, expecting immediate approval. Instead, his boss, Director Di Shang, rejected the plan without a second thought. He forced the vendors to rent their own external warehouses and pay the storage fees themselves until the company needed the parts. He ignored the root inefficiency to chase a superficial win. Zhang had the mathematically right answer, but in the workplace, logic is rarely enough to enact actual change. To understand why the boss said no, we have to look past the data. Seeking answers, Zhang turned to a mentor figure named Wu Jingbo. Wu challenged Zhang to stop looking at the spreadsheets and start looking at the decision-maker's personal motivations. Zhang was suffering from an EQ blind spot. He focused entirely on the technical logic of the supply chain, while remaining blind to the political and emotional logic of his boss. From Di Shang's perspective, a system-wide overhaul didn't align with his personal key performance indicators. He didn't want a complex reorganization. He wanted a risk-free win that would look good on his next quarterly review. Every leader operates on a complexity budget. Massive overhauls require a boss to spend political capital and navigate departmental friction. Di Shang wouldn't take that risk. Shifting warehouse costs to vendors provided an immediate boost to his metrics, offering high reward for little effort. A brilliant technical solution is useless if it requires the person in power to act against their own immediate self-interest. This psychological bottleneck kills individual projects. On a macro scale, it halts the growth of entire corporations. Take Feta, a fast-growing tech company descending into chaos as it tries to scale its operations. This organizational chart shows Feta's transition from startup to corporation. Notice how every department bottlenecks at the top, with General Manager Boss Liu. Importing rigid Fortune 500 workflows created a paradox. Heavy approval processes would destroy the rapid responsiveness that made them successful. The true source of the bottleneck was Boss Liu himself. He wanted growth, but he refused to delegate authority because he distrusted his employees' competence. Every minor decision still had to wait for his personal approval. Zhang Liu confronted the boss with a simple analogy. If a teacup is already filled to the brim, pouring fresh tea into it results in nothing but waste splashing over the sides. Boss Liu's psychological capacity was full. Until he was willing to pour out his need for absolute control, no new management systems could be successfully poured into the company. Scaling issues are rarely about broken spreadsheets. They are almost always rooted in the psychological limitations of the people at the top. Whether you are a manager or an executive, the challenge is the same. Management is a human puzzle, not a math problem. Success requires mastering the art of the possible. You must align your ideas with the specific and often selfish motivations of the people who hold the power. Fixing a company requires two distinct skills. You need high IQ to build a correct system, but the EQ to deploy it among people resistant to change. As Wu Jingbo advised, a professional must understand when to advance and retreat based on human dynamics. Professional power is not unlocked by having the best idea. It is unlocked by having the best idea that deeply understands human nature.